Good morning, people. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. This is day one of Solo Sharon, or the countdown till Neil. You saw me last night in a little bit of a mess, and I'm not gonna lie, last night was pretty tough. I came home, cooked myself some food, and the memories of Neil were still around me, so that was okay. So I'm glad he was here with me. I could tear up just thinking about it. But today I am feeling better. But I'm still emotionally adjusting. But I can do this. I believe in myself. And for people out there that are alone, I'd love to hear how you focus on your day. Well, for me, it was, I know that there's an end day. My Neil's coming back to me. It's all for all the right reasons, but it's an interesting discovery on yourself. How are you going to get through this, or how are you going to fill your time? It's the first time ever in my adult life I have been alone and totally responsible for me. And I've also suffered with anxiety, and being alone was part of historical anxiety. Whereas I do believe in myself. I do believe I can get through this, and I'm going to get through this because I have an amazing company that I work for, and I've had my first day, and already they feel like I'm going to create lifelong friends there and feel really settled. So the area feels really great to me. And I showed you this book I bought, Breathe, and it's one that is time to make time for yourself, well-being, mindfulness, creativity, and escaping, because I really want to work on mind, body, and soul. Body from a fitness point of view, I've put a little bit of weight on, probably a lot of us have over COVID, lots of excuses. Whereas this is time to think, hey Sharon, you're 50, you really need to focus on self and preservation and fueling the body with better things. So I'm going to do that. The mindfulness is going to be my art, taking in the surroundings, and I suppose the soul encompasses it all. It's going to be when my Neil and the fur baby's here and we go out exploring and creating new memories. But when I opened the page, there's something really poignant to what's going on in here called well-being. If you're truly pure, well-being. If you truly pour your heart into what you believe in, even if it makes you vulnerable, amazing things can and will happen, by Emma Watson. And I think that is so true to what I'm going to go through. But my sleep was okay, a little bit jumpy, waking up throughout the night. I actually heard myself having a nightmare, and in this nightmare I felt scared, and instead of running away from the scared, I went towards the object that really scared me. It was a fogged out object, I can't explain what it is, and I went to touch it, but as I was touching it I was screaming because I was facing a fear and I didn't want to. But I became conscious and came out of my sleep and hid myself wailing. It's a really scary, surreal experience, but I wasn't going to let it ruin my night. I gathered myself, I said to myself, I told myself it was just a dream, it's just playing out what's going on in my mind. And then I woke up very early, I think it was 5:30, to hear some beautiful music happening because it was Anzac Day, and there's an event going on to mark the day, and I believe it's quite big here in Canberra. Next year I'll try and be there. And I had breakfast in bed and thought to myself, you could lay in here and feel sorry for yourself, or you can get up. So I've had a shower, put my makeup on, ironed my clothes, having a conversation with you to finish my video, read a little bit of my Wellbeing magazine, and I'm going to speak to my son. I'm going to connect with Neil because I know he's landed safely in Perth, and speaking to his beautiful children. And so that warms my heart to know that he currently is centered there with his kids. And I am going to explore a couple of things I want to go to, really boringly. A shop, I need moisturiser for my body. I left all my lotions and that back at home because they would have weighed too much in my case. So I need to stock up on some of that. I want to get myself some vitamins as part of my well-being. And also I'm going to go for a walk. I want to get 10,000 steps in today, and I'm going to go and find art supplies. Now I'm hoping that it being public holiday they will be open, so I might not be successful on that front, but at least I've got out of the apartment, I've been brave, I've driven my lovely new car, Shiraz, and I've done it, and I've got a shift tomorrow, so that will occupy the next 4 or 5 days will be occupied with work and then hopefully art. But thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. It really means a lot, and if you are watching this video now, check back on my back catalogue. All of your supports and comments and coming on this journey with me, because my channel is mainly about art, and I know it's not been about art at the minute, this is about what's happening in my life, but I am finding lots of inspirations. Me and Neil got let out of our isolation, so for the last couple of days we explored a little bit of Canberra together, and that's what you're going to see in this footage. And there are some amazing things that are already starting to inspire me, and hopefully will continue to inspire me. So I think my channel will be a little bit of vlog in the local area, and then talking about why I'm going to do some art and what's influenced me for the day. But remember, much love to you all. Just remember, I am okay. I'm just being vulnerable with you and showing you how I'm adjusting to my wonderful life that I'm so thankful for here in Canberra. But thumbs up, subscribe, share, comments are always welcome. And if you live in Canberra and you are an artist and you can recommend any stores or any exhibitions or any clubs that's out there, I would love to know if there are any places you'd recommend to see that's not necessarily on the top 10 tourist attractions that you'd recommend to go and see as well. I would really appreciate that. But thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. And Neil, try not to worry. I have got this. I will become stronger and better each day, but I am counting down the days until you and my fur babies are back with me. Much love. What day is it today, Neil?
Freedom Day.
Woo, woo,
Day
woo.
number 1, really.
Yeah, we're gonna go and explore. Woo! So where have we arrived?
Mount Ainsley Lookout.
Okay, so you can't see it, the depth perception's not very good from this angle, but we're going to flip it around and give you a little tour of Mount Ainsley.
We're looking at Mount Ainsley now.
There you go. Today is D-Day for last day,
WA Day.
WA Day. Neil gets to go over and see the kids, so that's amazing. However, it's my last day with him until he comes back out. So welcome to my new car, and she is called Shiraz 2020. My beautiful new Mazda. I just love the colour of it. And starting to reassemble my world again. Woo. Yeah, and we are just at the National Library, and we're going to have a little walk. Neil's going to get the ticket down the river, and just 3 hours until he is leaving for the airport. So yeah, she is a beauty. Love her. It's nice to get a car again. Freedom. The National Library to the left, and we are heading down to the waterfront, and up there is Mount what was the mount that we went up?
Ainsley.
That we went up yesterday. So yeah, it's a Sunday, but it's a public holiday, Anzac Day today. So Neil's excited because the parking was free.
Yeah.
Result. Nice little fountain. Love the trees around here. Stunning. Slowly, yeah. Spinning.
Nice spinning.
Spinning. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, spinning. Because we're spinning around like I don't know.
I can't even know.
So I don't like this part. This is the next stage. Neil going over to see the kids in WA, leaving me here.
Here we go.
Here we go. I know, awful. But he'll be back very soon, bringing the fur babies, sorting out the house.
I will.
In no time, but it's awful.
Get that
Off to the
ready.
airport we go. So the hardest thing is saying goodbye to this fella. Do you stay till the last minute and have a coffee, or do you let him go and it's easy? It's just awful.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
You're gonna keep coming back to me. Coming back to me and then going. Yeah, cut your arm out. Oh. Oh, if I wasn't crying, this would be funny. It's just incredibly hard saying goodbye. So I have just dropped Neil off at the airport, and it's incredibly hard. And just at this precise moment, I feel incredibly lonely. But I know it's just the reaction to him going, but he's going off to see the kids.
which is amazing, and spend time with him, and it's been over 2 weeks. And I know he's got to go home to sell the house and bring the fur babies back, and it's just a short period of time until he's back with me, but it's it's incredibly hard. So I think I'm gonna go home, have some ice cream and Milo, binge watch some TV, and at the minute me and Neil's been watching Big Bang, and we've been working our way back through it, so I'm going to continue that, and I'm going to stay awake until I know he arrives in Perth safely. So yeah, this is just my reality. Moving country is amazing and it's magical, and our future awaits us, and I'm going to have an amazing time exploring Canberra, making new friends with work, being inspired by art. But right now, I'm just going to summon all my strength, and tonight I'm just going to allow myself to wallow, and tomorrow I'm going to pick myself up, go to the art place, because Neil's not going to be here, and I can go spending money, and I can stock up on my art supplies so I can do some art. So tomorrow will be a bit more upbeat, and I'm sorry. I know that within the world there are far devastating things that people are going through, and this is not devaluing anything that they're going through, but this is just my reality and my world. And when you're saying goodbye to the love of your life and you don't know when you're going to see him, well, I do know when I'm going to see him again, but I've got to be brave and explore this city all by myself. But I've got a car, I've got my apartment, got my bank account, got my driver's license, got most everything sorted. So my Neil, the godsend, flew me out here to get me all set up and cook me my first lunch after my first shift at work, which I've done, which was amazing, by the way, and I'm super excited about that. So yes, tonight is wallow. I'll relax when I know he's in Perth, and then I'm counting down the days to be back in his arms and have a cuddle. And the worst part, I think, is because he had COVID, even though he's safe to fly now, and he's got his certificate to say he can fly and everything, that not being able to kiss, awful. A kiss through a mask, I mean, what's that? Anyway, I need to compose myself so I can drive home safely. I'm going to get my new Shiraz home safely and snuggle up and wallow. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I'm sorry for dribbling and ugly crying. So I am back, and it's a half a day of two halves, a quarter. What am I trying to say is, because it's Anzac Day, public holiday, the Monday, most shops were closed. So I went and found a art supply where I thought was Riot Arts, but I couldn't find it, so somebody told me it's no longer there. But the shopping centre was closed, so I thought, let me go to the one near the airport, where I've been going with my Neil to get Woolworths or Bunnings or IKEA, because there was a little crafty store there. It's probably more expensive than a normal craft store, but
they were closed. And I'm like, it's okay, Sharon, at least you've explored a couple of areas you've got out. And I got myself a hot chocolate and a banana bread, little sin. But in the meantime, on the back there, I did get myself my vitamins and my body lotions and a few nice little shampoos, conditioners, and a nice air freshener. And while I was doing that, this store opened. So it appears that they open half a day on a public holiday. So instead of doing a Sunday hours, it was slightly less. It'll be like 1 until 4. So it's open for a few hours. Anyway, I've digressed. But I'm really happy. I've got supplies now for me to start creating at some stage this week again. Now, I did bring over a few art supplies with me. So I've got my watercolours, charcoals, crayons, some pens. I think I said watercolour and some acrylics, but only like basic packs that were all sealed and easy to move. And lots of art supplies for creating art journaling, so little bits of stamps and everything like that. And I've got to remember, I don't have a lot of money because I've just moved countries, and all of my art supplies are going to come over with me and meet me again in September. So I've just got to buy stuff that'll allow me to be creative and then slowly build it up. So it's going to be very hard for me to do resin until everything comes over, otherwise I've got to start again buying everything. And one, I don't want to ruin somebody else's apartment or rental property. But what I've done is found myself 2 shower curtains, white ones. So these will be used as a tablecloth for here, and then I'll be able to wipe them off and use them over and over. And I've also got myself a white tablecloth, so I can put it on the floor in the area I'm working to protect the area. So I've gone with white, so if I am presenting them, hopefully the colours will look better. But these 2 I'll be able to use and use and use because it's that nice shower curtain material. I bought myself a tiny little sketchbook. Now I did bring over a few sketchbooks with me, but only my art journaling ones and one for the pens that I'm going to be working on. But I wanted to go out and just sketch stuff that's going to inspire me, and I'll hopefully bring you on a journey. So I've brought myself just a standard sketchbook, and with that I bought myself some pencils and a little bit of the rubber so that you can sculpt what it is that you're doing. So that'll go with that. I bought myself a watercolour pad because I had to leave all my pads and anything that was book-like back at home because of the weight, but I've got myself a canvas pad. Now I don't normally just buy Monart, it's just all that they had in there, but it's a pad with canvas pads, so I'll see how they goes. Even if they end up not being of good quality, if it allows me to create, that's going to help me, but also it might give me ideas for future ones. So I've got a water pad, a canvas pad, and a tear off paper palette, because again I don't have all my palettes and that there back there, so that's what's in this stash. And then I've got some canvas boards, and I've got a 2-pack of 12 by 12, a 2-pack of a 10 by 12, a 2-pack of an 8 by 10. Anybody hear the wrapper now? I've got 3 5 by 7s and 4 10.2 by 10 or 4 by 4. So that should keep me happy for a little while. So I've now got materials or substrates. I couldn't help but find this cute little bird and these clock stamps that'll be used for when I'm going to be doing my art journaling, and I have got just a black ink for stamping that, but I did bring my other stamps over. Got myself a quick stick and some scissors, because for some reason I didn't bring over my cutting utensils or art supplies, because I thought that they might not be allowed in, even in my hand, even in my in my checked-in luggage. Silly me. But again, I had only a limited amount of weight to come over here, and I have got myself some white textured gesso, some clear textured gesso, and some moulding paste. And again, that's for helping me with art journaling. And then down here, just a few colours. I'm hoping that with the colours I've already got here and these, I should have enough selection to have a little bit of freedom for creating. So I've got my purple and my medium yellow, which is what I use to make my sand. There is white, they didn't have any bigger than that, it's just a zinc white. And then my blues, which I'm always drawn to: ultramarine, cobalt blue, phthalo blue. I have a turquoise. I have a Payne's Grey, which I'm now addicted to, and then a selection of magenta, carmine, I think I said orange, and red ochre. So that should provide me with enough to create in. And I couldn't resist because there was 30% off this cute little backpack. Because I was limited to how many bags I can bring over, and people that know me know I have an addiction to bags and purses. And I brought over a really big one, and I brought over this nice wicker one that's down there, but it just doesn't feel right from a stick it on your backpack but not be too big, whereas this one does. And you got some nice little pocket there, and I bought myself an inspirational key holder. Is it key holder? Key ring. Do it for you is my inspirational message. Do it for you. So I feel like I have had a good day, spent money, got art supplies, found new areas, managed to pass the day away without pining for my meal too much. I might not get time to do any art today because I've got to go to the gym and cook my food, and then I wanted to get prepared ready for tomorrow. But I've got all the supplies I need now to start doing it. I think what I need now is some tubs to start storing stuff. That's what I don't have. So maybe go on Amazon tonight and just get a stack of drawers to put my art supplies in. And the only other thing I don't have is an easel. So I can film flat for a little while, but I might have to save up for an easel and maybe a crafter's table. But that might be in next month's pay. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you don't mind coming on this journey with me, and yay, success. Bye bye. Just remember, if you haven't already, thumbs up, subscribe, share, and comments are always welcome. Much love. Bye bye.